it's Mia from Rose Nails by Marissa Coombs, and I am doing the jazzy finger dance because I got my new light and I love it. So this is my first time using my ring light that I love. So I am going to be using Firecracker Collection number 5 from SBD London, which is this beautiful, really dark brown. It's like a sort of reddy brown. As my base to do this sort of Halloween-y design that I thought of like a cat under a street light. And I'm going to use magnetic polish for the like street lighting so that it like moves depending on how the client's moving their finger. So right, I'm just going to do 2 coats of Firecracker number 5. Obviously that's coat number 1 and this is coat number 2. This polish will be mostly covered up, but you will kind of see it underneath the design. So I wanted like a darky browny colour. I didn't want it all black, just because obviously the night is not all black. There are other colours in it. So I'm going to be using my 7mm SBD detailer brush and my Naio Nails 0003 brush. And I've just put some little blobs of holographic number 6. And what else was on there? I can't remember. 5D Cat's Eye number 4 from SBD London. And Nail Camise Onyx Black Gel onto a palette, because these are the ones I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start off by using my long striping brush and getting some of that 5D Cat's Eye number 4 polish. And I'm going to kind of do like a triangle coney kind of thing, because this is going to be like the lighting coming down from the street lamp and onto where our little pretty kitty's going to be sat. So yeah, you just need to do sort of like a coney kind of shape where it's all sort of coming down from the lamp and onto the street. And then we're not going to use the magnet on this layer of polish. We're going to cure this, and all of the SBD London colours cure for 60 seconds. And the Nail Camise Onyx cures for 30 seconds, but because it's a black, I always leave it in for 60 seconds anyway, because obviously blacks are notoriously bad for curing. So it just has to be a rough sort of cone shape that we're making. Does not have to be perfect. The bottom of it does not have to be perfect at all, because we're going to cover that up with what would be like the street. So that's all going to be black at the bottom. So I'm just going to put that in for a cure. It's kind of this weird coney ghosty shape. And I think I only showed you one half of this, but I do it on both halves. So on one half of the lamp, I'm just going to do a second layer. But on this layer, I'm going to use the magnet, just so it's got like when you look at a street lamp in the dark, it's got like little rays of light coming down. Does that make sense? So I do that on that side, and then I cure it, and then I do it on the second side, and then you end up with something a little bit like this. So it looks like the light's coming down from the street lamp. And I'm just going to use my dotting tool in the Nail Camise Onyx Black. And I'm just going to put a dot on for the head. I'm just going to sort of describe how I'm doing this, just for people that are maybe not so good at art, or maybe just starting out. And then I'm going to use my 7mm detailer brush, and I'm not going to add any sort of polish to that. I'm just going to use the blob that I've used from my dotting tool and drag that polish out to make the little ears, because they're so cute. Look at the little ears. Oh, that's so cute. And then again with my long detailer brush, I think I put a little bit of colour on it, but I really didn't need to do that. And I'm just going to drag that colour out again in 3 little lines on each side to make little whiskers. They're so cute. And then, because this went so well the first time, I popped that into the lamp to cure, just so I didn't knock it. And then once that's cured, if you're like me and you're clumsy and you're doing artwork, then just cure it when, like, as and when you need to as you go, because it just saves you knocking the whole thing and having to start again. Right, so for the cat's body, I'm going to go back to my SBD London 7mm detailer, and I'm just going to kind of add, I was going to say oblong, is that the right shape? Whatever shape it is. cat's body shape. Like a cat sitting down. So it's just like a kind of rectangle, but like thinner where the neck would be. And then I'm going to use my long Naio Nails detailer to kind of curve the polish round into a little curly tail. Hoping you can see that alright. So there you go, there's the tail. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, but it's very, very hard when it's still all shiny and then it kind of shines back at the lamp. So yeah, he's got a little curly tail and a body, so I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure. Again, the Nail Chemie Onyx does cure in 30 seconds, but I always leave it in for 60 if it's black. So I'm just going to use my black just from the bottle brush, and I'm just going to create like what would be the pavement. So I'm just going to use my brush and kind of push that polish up towards the cat's bottom and create a little pavement for him to be sat on. Doesn't that look good already? Oh, I love it. I love it. I was toying with the idea of leaving this design in a high shine finish and in a matte finish. I like it in both, to be honest, but I do finish it off in matte just because it's a hell of a lot easier to see on camera. So right, then I'm going to use some of my holographic number 6. Now, I wish I'd have used a little bit less of this because it's the glitter and the sort of black that's in it that we want to create like a starry night effect. But I put a little bit too much on and in one area, you'll see in a minute. I've gone really off shot here, so I do apologise. I am literally just getting that holographic number 6 and putting it all around the light from the street lamp, but not on the pavement-y section of the nail. So when this is all matte, it's going to look like stars in the night sky. But on, yeah, you can see on the right side that I've already done, there's too much glitter. So on this side, I'm sort of spreading it out a bit better and trying to make it a bit more sparse. There you go. So there you can see what I mean now on that bit. So I'm just trying to move some of that glitter, but it did not want to move. So if you do try and sort of replicate this design or have a little play around or create your own, then just go easy on the glitter. Not everything has to be covered in glitter, although most things do need to be covered in glitter. To make them super pretty. Right, so once that's all done and the black's on the bottom, I'm just going to cure that for 60 seconds. And so far, we've got a little something like this. And I'm just going to use the Firecracker Collection number 5 again because I didn't want to use black for this, even though it probably would look black in the night for the street lamp. And I didn't want to use silver because that's like how they look in the daylight. They don't look like that at night. So I used the really dark brown from the Firecracker Collection just so you can see that there's a street lamp there, but it's not like overly obvious. I didn't want to kind of have it really standing out. And then for this, you're just going to sort of make a very low semicircle kind of shape for the actual street lamp itself, and then drag it down the side and then into a straight line to create your street lamp pole. I suppose that's what they're called. I never really thought about it. Yeah, like the pole bit of the street lamp as opposed to the actual lamp bit. I know what I'm on about. And then you're going to drag that down as far as the pavement section of the nail to there, where your cat is having a little sit. And I thought this was a really cute design. It's really nice for autumn or Halloween. You could mix it up and have this with like a bit of a purple theme going onto it, and then have like a witch on some of the other nails for Halloween design. Or you could have like dark nails on all the nails and then have this as an accent design for like a more autumnal feel rather than a Halloween feel. Right, so this is the shiny version. I haven't top coated it in shine or anything, but I'm just going to use this matte top coat. It's from PMP. I don't even think it's made anymore. I've had this bottle for quite a while. It's not a matte top coat that I particularly like using because I have to use 2 coats of it to get it looking proper matte. But it's the only one I've got at the moment. So I'm going to pop that in for 60 seconds, and this is with 2 coats of it. And there is our lovely cat under the street lamp. And as you can see, even with the matte top coat on it, like look at the light. Oh, look at the like magnetic bit. It kind of shines like it's a street lamp. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I love this. Look how it moves. So then it like highlights the silhouette of the cat, and then, oh, I love it. I love it. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and please give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye!